Fucking idiot.
Clever.
I'm a fucking idiot. Leave me alone. Leave me to my idiocy. I never hit start record. So now I have. Are you dead yet? Thanks. Okay. To the cauldron. Do you mind shutting up? You're dead. Meh. I have all of the skills I really care about. Everything else at this point is just extra. If there's a merchant in here, I could probably use buying potions and crap. Unflinching watch. Uh-huh. Have you got a merchant? No.
If you cause trouble, you'll find yourself in the sun ring.
I'm actually very surprised, but you don't. How do you resupply? I guess maybe you just don't. There aren't exactly any merchants in... Wait. There's a merchant over there. I was about to say there aren't exactly any merchants nearby, but there's a merchant over there. Okay, aggro, we're just gonna have to keep going. I have an itchy lip. For some reason. Sup? Yeah, you expect me to believe that there's nothing trying to kill me here. Knew it.
Safe. In a few minutes, anyway.
No, you're not. Do you mind actually getting close? And there we go. Thank you. Those actually have the ability to hurt me. Huh. I thought they were just like... That's a red eye. Yep. How do I wanna... Can I find the hidden entrance? Right. Is it up there by any chance? Call it a hunch, but I think it might be up there. And we're gonna have to Skyrim up. Oh, I see how I was supposed to climb. But now I'm Skyriming. That looked like it went exactly according to plan.
Save these for the trail.
This feels too quiet. Are there stalkers in here? Oh, this is going to be a fun one. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, shut the fuck up. I want to see how quickly I can kill a Thunderjaw. This is going to be so much overkill.
They won't see it coming.
Oh, I look forward to this. I can't get those mushrooms. That makes me sad. Watch a Watcher come out and just destroy half of those instead of the Thunderjaw now. Come get me, big boy. I'm impressed. You've survived. Congratulations. I wonder how long you can keep that up for.
Makes this a little easier.
Hi, friend. You dropped something. I'm just gonna give it back to you. I hope that's okay. You're a goddamn cuck. And there we go. Say hello to my little friend. Oh, nearly had a rocky finish. Could have gone worse. I am surprised that they The Thunderjaw managed to survive all of the tripwires and stuff, though. I really wasn't expecting it to survive all that damage. Can I get it now? No, I still can't get it. Okay.
There we go. Information to help me override more machines.
Well, that's all the cauldrons then.
So, Hephaestus is the source of the cauldron data intrusions? It's been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. Deadlier and deadlier year by year. Why? And what or who is Hephaestus? Another mystery to add to the list.
He was the Greek god of like forging and shit. Directive Cull. Huh. Okay. Well, that's all the cauldrons done, so let's go and do the side quest we got in Sunfall. And then see what's going on with Horizon Zero Dawn, and actually figure out what Zero Dawn even was. From everything that we've seen so far, I have a feeling that it was something similar to the Vault.
The only justice Derval deserves is at the tip of a spear.
Approach of Fallout.
I face the sun with
And just that instead of everyone going into vaults, it was perhaps that they took clones and put the clones into vaults to then be released later. I don't know. Well, do I have anything worth selling? To be fair, I have a load of shit. But I kind of want to see if I can get rid of some of it in Meridian. Because there's the guy that likes bits from random, like, enemies. So yeah, we'll try and we'll see what we get from this. Probably not going to be anything too interesting. And then we'll do that side quest, whatever it is. And head on over to do the main mission. Now, which one's the guy that likes the stuff? Is it you? Yes, yes, it's you. We're going to get to open a lot of boxes. A lot of boxes. Oh. I thought I had a rock breaker lens. Maybe not. Oh no, I have a rock breaker heart. Oh no, they're all traps. They're all traps. Or rocks. Who the fuck wants rocks? I have a lot of rocks. I dread to think what's going to be at our feet. I dread to think. Oh! Oh! It's kind of beautiful. Now, Did we get anything actually, like, worthwhile? I have 100% resistance, I think, to shock. Just kind of alright. Okay. That was interesting. Let's go do this side quest. I never changed my difficulty back, so I need to remember to do that. I mean, I'll notice as soon as I fight anything, because it'll have a health bar. Okay. Traitors back.
The food is from Dowager Queen Nasadi, little ones. Her Highness knows times are hard and helps when she can. Eat, but bring some home for your families, if you have one. I've heard whispers about you. Rides machines, fancy spear, delightful freckles. Some even say you have a conscience. How extraordinary.
Who are you? You're obviously not one of the Shadow Karja.
My name is Vanasha. For now, all you need to know is that I'm a whisper of reason in this howling pit of insanity.
I know how that feels.
I'm sure you do. And so does Uthid. He's a good man, so naturally the Shadow Karja want to murder him. I've done some digging, and I think he's headed for the Green Climb. It won't take those mercenaries long to find him. He could use some help, if you're so inclined.
Stop being evasive and tell me who you really are.
Stop being evasive? You might as well tell me to stop being charming. It's impossible, but I like you, so I'll tell you a secret. I have friends in Meridian, and I like to do favors for them when I can. Uthid might be of use to them, if he survives.
How do you know Uthid is innocent?
I'm excellent at making inquiries. Look, he feeds orphans from his own rations and personally punishes anyone who hurts the old or infirm. The idea that he would try to kill Edelman is ridiculous. He must have found something that can embarrass the priesthood. Otherwise, Bahavas wouldn't risk marking such a well-regarded man for death.
Uh-huh.
What makes you think he's on the Green Climb?
He knows he'll be pursued, so he needs a hideout that's both familiar and defensible. He once single-handedly held off an entire bandit clan in those foothills. My guess is that he'll fall back on what worked before.
I'll do what I can for Uthid. But what about you?
What about me what?
What will you do while I risk my life?
Useful things, little huntress. Look for 3 dead trees south of Sunfall. They mark the start of the Green Climb. Good luck.
My uncle
Uh-huh.
Just yesterday, he seemed well enough.
Okay. Let's go. That's pretty far away, actually. Let's just fast travel. I really shouldn't have put snacks in front of myself. I have no self-control when it comes to snacks. Oh. Can I say, just for the record, I kind of want to override a Thunder Duel.
Just like Tanasha said. Let's see. These tracks are the eyes.
Just to see what it looks like. Because that'd be pretty fun.
Foot tracks back here.
Now, so long as the game doesn't fuck me over, we shouldn't have any problems. Right. Hello.
All right, made it.
Ooh,
Did you go?
good. Investigate the camp. Well, okay.
Food scraps. I'll bet Uthid stopped to see if he was being followed. He must have kept going. I've got to catch up.
Now, can I? There we go.
A dead machine. Uthid's been hunting. Everything useful has been stripped. Uthid's been gathering components, probably for ammo. Contacts. Anything to scavenge.
I said I wouldn't forget, and I forgot. I am a terrible human being. Ow. Wait, I can override glint hawks? Yes, please. What the fuck does this look like? Hold on, I can override... Stormbirds now, can't I? Now that I want to see.
First strike. Where'd he go from here?
Oh, hello.
Uthid took down a Ravager. Not an easy kill, but worth it for the price.
Which he didn't take.
Dead Watchers. More scrap for Uthid's stockpile.
The next one doesn't miss.
Uthid?
You're young for a bounty hunter. Or am I old for a soldier?
I'm not here for the price on your head, Uthid. I believe you're innocent.
Innocent? Come on then. If this is a trick, it's a good one. You've earned your kill.
Sir. I'm just gonna steal your provisions. Don't mind me.
No tricks. Just talk.
All right. Speak.
I want to know what happened at Sunfall. What really happened.
All right. For weeks, each dawn in the tent city came with a new death. Always in their sleep, no struggle. The old, the infirm, sometimes the young. Those who couldn't fight for the cause. I should have realized then it was a culling.
Who would do such a thing?
They thought it was a curse, an evil spirit. But it was only a man. And a silent poison. It took time to catch him, but we did. We brought him before Bahavas for the sun's judgment.
The High Priest Bahavas? He's the one who put the bounty on you.
Yes. He thanked me for my diligence, then had his guards release the villain. You see? It was he who ordered the culling.
Uh-huh.
Then they turned on us. Should have died with my men, so their loyalty meant something. 20 years I gave to the sun. For what? Malice and murder? As for honor, sacrifice, true sacrifice, the kind priests and rulers know nothing of? It's all a fat joke.
If it's honor you seek, the Sun Karjas seem trustworthy. A little stuck up, maybe, but trustworthy.
Those Karja once raided your Nora lands. Raided every land we could reach. It was the Sun's will. I did what I was told. Others did worse. But as their captain, I had...
Uthid, I don't care what you did. I can't absolve you. But the Karja are changing their ways. You could too.
Perhaps. Avad doesn't understand what the Sun demands of its soldiers.
Perhaps he understands it too well.
Now you sound like the blameless Murad.
I can believe you're a good man. But why go with the Shadow Karja in the first place? Why serve them?
Because of Itaman, of course. He was the one true Sun King.
Itaman's just a child.
Yes, an untainted vessel. I believed he was pure. But they used him. Used our faith. I can see that now. No shadows under a noonday sun. Bahavas didn't need to disgrace my name. I did it myself, serving a rotten throne.
Okay, the throne isn't rotten. It's Bahavas. Bahavas is using Itaman as trophy king. He's essentially Jafar. The Sultan wasn't evil in Aladdin. Jafar was. The Sultan was just an idiot.
I met someone who wants to get you out of this. A woman named Vanasha. But first, we need to get you out of here.
What are you? You look like a hunter. You give orders like a soldier who's been out. Mercenaries. Think they'll all line up to tell me I'm innocent?
Should have stayed on the plains, Kaja! The mountains belong to us! Keycook's killers!
That sounds like a
When we're done
blitzball
with
team.
You won't even leave an echo!
You didn't make it hard to be followed. Almost as if you wanted to go out in a showdown.
Not much gets by you.
It's a girl, she's on!
Hi.
Keep up the attack. We still got another squad on the way. It's up to you now, man. Rally. We can still finish the
What? That went through your face. I may have brought my mount in by accident. Okay, get off. That is not working for me.
This one'll take you down. Stay on the move. Sun's judgment upon you. Move in. We'll send the rest as they arrive. Have a care, Dora.
How is that missing? Sorry, aggro.
That will be the last of them. Follow me. I've stashed supplies up above.
Convenient. I nearly just threw myself off a cliff.
Up and over. Grab what you can while we still have time.
I have a feeling the blizzard may help us. Just, you know, thinking out loud.
I'll tuck that away.
Hello. What's coming? Hi.
A robust defense is the most satisfying to break. All right, Marvels. We brought the priest out here, so let's put on a show for him.
Baharas. Really?
I I know that, Hood. We've unfinished business, Bahavas and I. This will be difficult. I think you rallied to a lost cause.
I don't intend to die today, Euthyd.
I did. But you're starting to change my mind.
Right, okay.
Not bad. To your left, but my marbles thrive on adversity.
Here it comes. Never see.
They're gonna wipe us out.
Oh god, they're behind us. Euthyd. Euthyd, this might tickle a little bit, but whoop!
Got all I need to finish. You're not gonna see it.
There we go.
That's the last of the marvels.
Bahavas thought he had enough fodder to keep him safe. Now there's hope for justice. Will you come with me?
Sure. This is actually a reasonably interesting quest.
This won't be easy. Bahavas still has his personal guard.
Okay, well. Let's kill him. Sounds like a plan.
Across there and we'll have him.
Ooh, they're lovely and grouped up.
To end your suffering, Euthyd, and mine. The Outlanders led us here, and now that they are dead, their price is most affordable. But enough with needles. It's time for blades. Remove them from the sun's sight.
Oh, I liked it when they were all grouped up. I'm gonna be honest. I think this was supposed to be a really intimidating battle.
The sun
Hi.
sets on your pathetic life.
They're using corruption?
Make it hurt as the shadow.
They're using corruption? Why are they?
For the honor of the Karja! For my honor!
Kill the traitor! Kill Nora!
To the fray!
The sun sets on your pathetic life, Uthid.
Hey, Jameson and Cookie. Oh wait, no, Jameson and Coke. Never mind. God, I'm a bartender and I misread that.
For the faithful!
Maybe I just want cookies. It's a trick question. I always want cookies.
Sets on your pathetic life, Uthid.
I'm doing alright. How you doing? Oh wait, sorry. How you doing?
In, or you're going down!
Kill the traitor! Kill Nora!
Has anyone ever told you you're kind of annoying?
Make it hurt as the shadow falls apart.
You just adopted a cat. Nice.
Make it hurt as the shadow.
Well, I didn't mean you, but named a river song. Oh, that's a reference, but I forget what to.
Whatever deal you worked out with him, I'll double it. More than double it.
I thought it was Doctor Who.
I'm tired of this, Bahavas. The lies and the violence in your cheap-scented oils. I don't suppose you'd kill yourself.
I had to. Prune the weak, or all the Karja in Shadow are doomed.
This solves nothing. But may the sun find some worth among your drying bones.
The Puppet King is a puppet no longer. Maybe. Probably not. Someone will just replace him. But still.
That was quite a fireworks show.
You took your time?
I was busy. What do you think happened to Yun Shund, the other mercenary band? And I had to organize passage to Meridian for a wanted man. Give us a moment, Uthid. Girl talk.
I like you.
You've had quite a day. I never imagined Bahavas would blunder into his own trap. His death opens up wonderful possibilities. Remember Edaman and Nasadi, the Child King and his mother guarded like hostages at sunfall? With Bahavas gone, no one will be watching them. I want to get them out. And I could use your help.
I'm actually... Seriously? You're gonna let me rescue / kidnap them?
What do you need to get Nasadi and Idaman out of Sunfall?
With Bahava's dead, Sunfall is the easy part. I'll handle that. The big fuss will be crossing the border to the Sundom. Find my friend, 3-Toe Huadiv, near the branded shore. I hired his crew to sweep the path, so all you have to do is wait for me.
If this Wadiv has already cleared the area, why do you need me?
Contingencies, little huntress. Something will go wrong, and I need protection I can count on. You.
I'll try not to disappoint.
The Nora said you would help me. Are we bound for Meridian?
Only if you want to go, my dear.
What choice do I have?
None at all. I was just being polite.
What makes you think Avad will welcome me after I served his enemies?
Whee!
Just smile a lot. You can't smile.
Gumba stomp. Gumba stomp.
No, that's a grimace. Nervous about going to Meridian?
I've been a soldier for 20 years. I do not get nervous.
Not even around a pretty lady?
I will not dignify that with a response.
Okay, I just kind of wanted to see what dialogue they'd say. That was cute. How do I like the game so far? I'm loving it. Bits rub me the wrong way a little bit. Like, how much the difficulty changes. Like, there are some things that yeah, it makes the game more difficult, but it's not through you needing more skill. It's just, oh, you need 100 times more money to do this, to get this new equipment. But all of the equipment that you do have is ridiculously low power. So you need the highest level of equipment just to have a chance. Like, I don't mind farming. I really don't.
Come in handy.
But when it comes to, like, needing 4,000 scrap just to get one weapon on ultra hard, whereas you only need like 800. Yeah, I'd rather go for the 800.
You're 3-Toe Huadiv, right? Vanasha sent me. What happened?
I got hornswoggled, that's what. Vanasha batted her lashes, wiggled her hips, and promised us treasure. Clear a path for the royals, she said. Sneak past the garrison and skewer a few watches. Hardly a bother. Little did we know there was a damned monstrosity lurking underground. When will I learn not to gawk at skinny girls?
Let me guess, Rockbreaker?
Something attacked you from underground.
Oh, you picked that up, did you? I wondered why the Shadow Kaja didn't pay attention to the pass. Well, they don't need to. A rock-eating demon guards it for them. It tunnels in the dirt, breaks through the earth, and blasts rocks from its stinking face. I barely escaped. My comrades weren't so lucky. I might shed a tear if they weren't all cutthroats and cheaters. You're not too... You might even be able to keep it from...
Dude, shut up. I've killed them before. They're just plesiups. God damn. Turns out I found a really good vantage point, huh? Ah! Meant to do that. Totally meant to do that. Hi, friend. Bye, friend. Gotcha. Ah, could have gone better. I could have not fallen down the cliff face. But otherwise, it went pretty well.
Probably going to need it.
It's kind of annoying to get back there, though.
Going down fast.
Sup? It's dead.
By the radiant sun, I can't believe it. I thought that evil rock chewer would grind you up. After that miracle, all we can do is wait. Vanasha will be here soon, along with a boat that'll take the royals across the lake.
That was awfully easy.
Ah, little huntress. Glad you accepted my invitation to play bodyguard. Where are your manhood, Eve? It looks like something chewed you up and spat you out.
That's pretty much exactly what happened.
The way is clear. Can we go?
I like how you always cut to the chase. In this case, literally. It won't be long before we're followed.
Your abs are...
Don't be afraid, Your Radiance. We've got excellent protection. Oh dear. Here come the Shadow Carja, and they're very angry with me.
I'll hold them off.
Very noble of you, but when I start a fuss, I like to finish it. Not that your assistant isn't welcome. Huadiv, get Idaman and his mother to the shore. Carefully. So it comes to this. I must say, after 2 years under the heel of these zealots, I'm ready to extract a little blood.
Let's do this. Where are they gonna... Wait, place traps?
Some traps would be nice.
Oh, you want traps, huh?
Shall we prepare a little surprise for them? Are you sure you don't have any traps, little huntress?
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Take cover up there, behind that rock.
I'll do whatever the fuck I wanna do, game.
Here they are. Let's make this work, shall we?
I swear to God, if I've been looking in the wrong direction. Nah, we're good. Oh, and they have blaze on their backs too. Perfect.
Well, that was entertaining, but I suspect more of the bastards. Get ready.
Those are watchers. Corrupted, but watchers.
What if we tried this? Well now, seems I worked up a bit of a sweat.
Seriously, that's it? You wanted me to set up traps for that? Really? No way.
I don't want to jinx it, but we might be in the clear. A bit late, aren't we, gentlemen?
Sorry, ma'am. The boat's waiting.
Damn, I spoke too soon.
This one's mine. Get to the boat.
You know, this time I think I might be out of my league. If anything happens to her, I will be very cross.
We're not going anywhere.
What's coming? Oh. Oh, yes. Oh no. Yeah, you know, I'd really love it if it could not be nighttime. That's the one I really wish this game had, like a torch. Wait, it still counts them as being... You what? There we go. Or not. Good. Perhaps the head-on approach is not the option to go for here. Or perhaps I just have to do it better. It's one or the other, really, isn't it? Oh, I didn't even notice you, pal. Hey, it's no longer nighttime. Thank God. Hey, say hello to my little friend. I got stuck on a rock whilst looking for where the other disc launcher went. Fuck. Is that I'm getting one shot? I just realized why. I'm wearing the wrong armor. I'm wearing the wrong fucking armor. You motherfucker, how did you turn so quickly? God fucking damn it. God damn. I just need to not get hit. That's what I need to do right now. If I get hit, I'm dead. So just don't get hit. And stop doing that really, really quick turn, because that is some baby back bullshit. It was going so well until it wasn't. Ugh. Okay. Now we're good.
Should give me an upper hand.
Can you die? Please? Look, I just really need you to fall over. Whoever's shooting me, kindly stop. Okay, it's down. Oh god.
Look at this.
That took a little minute. Ooh. Look, it's 100 meters away and I'm lazy.
Not exactly a royal barge, is it? Oh well, defectors can't be choosers. Let's get aboard, shall we?
I'd laugh if it just sank. Just immediately sank. My god, your abs.
Done a good thing. Maybe even ended a war.
Maybe. But my war just keeps going.
Welcome to Meridian. You're all under arrest. I feel like this would be a lot more heavy hitting if we'd spent more than 5 minutes in Sunfall.
Welcome home. You have nothing to fear. You are now under the protection of the Sundom. My protection. As is your mother, she will not be harmed. You have my word, law of the sun. Aloy, it seems I see your influence everywhere. You've done so much for the Sundom. and it will always be appreciated. You have my thanks. May you walk in the light.
Appalling. I spent 2 years in the Forbidden West setting this up, and the redhead gets all the credit?
I'm still getting paid, right?
You'll be lucky if I let you live. I couldn't have done this without you. When we meet again, I'll give you a proper thanks. I promise.
So we literally just get left alone on the dock. Okay, sure, why not? Aided the defectors.
Don't ask me where to go if you're lost. I'm a guard, not the town crier.
I barely turn a profit even in the best of times, especially since I usually hand out what I can to those in need. Would you care for some fruit? Better enjoy it before someone runs off with the rest of it.
Has someone been stealing from you?
Yes, almost every night. Not enough to force me to close shop, but definitely enough to hurt.
I know how to...
Really? Thank you.
I'll see.
I don't really care about a thief, I'm gonna be honest.
Only the finest goods here.
I thought it was gonna be something more interesting.
This barrel's been moved recently. There we go. Tracks.
Leave me alone, girl. Can't you see I'm searching the water?
Okay, what's wrong? Has someone fallen in?
No. Have you seen a girl of about 17 and... I can't even say it.
Are you afraid she jumped to her death?
I don't know. Elida. My only daughter. She's gone.
I'll do
May this...
Track this person. Track this person. Hey, can you track this person? Hey, you're a tracker, right? Track.
Ah, machine riding Nora with the spec.
Cut to the chase.
I found a lost relic of the old one. The relic rests on the rise of Dusk Mesa.
We'll see about...
Side quests upon side quests upon side quests. It's because I'm somewhere that I've never been before. Oh wait, no, I'm in Bright Market. So we're not even in fucking Meridian. Sounds about right. Well. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Oh.
How much must we endure?
Okay, I can't jump to my death. I should probably be happier about that than I am. So are they going to say anything about the fact that Itaman is gone?
At least Itaman is still alive.
I think they said at least he's still alive.
Now we've lost Itaman.
Is there no one left to put our faith?
I'll come back later. That woman said to meet her at a green tent down in the camp. Might be worth a visit.
I've already done that, Aloy. I've already done that.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hi.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobeck here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated you. So by now,
Oh no.
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Well, if you stop talking, I can actually scan the things. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish, for example, security staff who can subdue enraged embryologists, for example, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. So the yeah, they did cloning. That was Zero Dawn. Reception staff continue to require additional support managing ZD candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused, some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human translators, the Lang bots are not sufficient, and mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these mails. I have a feeling the receptionist was British.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I'm gonna lose it. Please respond, and this time no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? Yep, British. No one gets that worried about tea. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Yep.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. Here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating. Waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
She didn't. She let everything die. Oh god.
Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
She let everything die and then recreated it.
close to the tribal crypt to stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible. But it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
Is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor.
Please, tell him Tom Pake wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Candidates must be allowed to ask questions, and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they've received. It's important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh Plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly, but clearly and firmly. Familiarise yourself with data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm, Addendum B1, and unfeasibility of maintaining life in orbital, lunar, or undersea structures, Addenda C1, C2, C3, so that you can counter candidates' objections in depth. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so the candidate can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to Presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus. Security and medical crisis teams are data corrupted.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said. Not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring Victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
They're not trying to.
It is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people.
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malky was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place? You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go. You previously worked for Faro Automated Systems.
On the chariot line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
This is interesting as fuck.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it.
What about Hades?
We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
Is Hades how to terminate Gaia?
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life, for us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in your making your choice. 1. Participation. You will be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project outcome is uncertain. You will be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week. and your communications with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family, or 2 persons of your choosing, will be transferred to the Elysium, sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. 2. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you'll be confined indefinitely. You'll be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible. We will not be permitted contact with the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh Plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. 3. Medical euthanasia. The information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. You should prefer to end your life at this point. Pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48 waiting period is required, during which time you may instead opt for participation or confinement. Please notify a counsellor when you are ready to make your choice, or if you have further questions. They were willing to let people choose to just kill themselves. Fucking hell. It's vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion and without value judgment on the part of the counsellor. Confirm for candidates that they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Frame participation in Zero Dawn as an opportunity to respond actively in the face of an overwhelming threat. Candidate may question the fairness of their selection. Validate such objections as normal, even admirable responses. Emphasize the value of candidates' expertise to the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespan and those of loved ones beyond 0 day. Validate their hesitation, acknowledge that while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards greater commitment to the project. When candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Zobek's presentation as many times as they wish, and allow access to supplemental articles GO1 through P20. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process the documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of the 48-hour waiting period, during which counsellors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasize that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent when the procedure is scheduled to take place. No one will be euthanized against her or his will. Candidates who elect indefinite detention must be informed that they have a 48-hour period to reverse their decision, after which the decision, data corrupted. There's a lot of reading.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. Isn't it just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom? I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us.
That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You'd grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Jesus Christ.
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security. For your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my old man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What are you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
I wasn't planning on it. It's nice to know that you care, though. And now I'm out of blaze.
I've done this before. Just need my focus.
I honestly wasn't expecting another fight. I wasn't really prepared for that.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it?
I'll find a use for you.
Whoops.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him.
He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic, attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe anyway.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair, not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
I honestly didn't expect the porn. But okay. You do you.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Everything's reversed.
Part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
I mean, that one's right.
Never know when I might need these. Done. I should check the door nearby.
Okay, so then is this the storage area she was talking about? take that as a yes. Kind of. Maybe.
Found one. Looks intact. That should do the trick.
Okay.
Now let's get that door open.
So it was just upside down.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Shadow Kaja. How the fuck?
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
You what?
You won't survive this.
You mind dying? Jesus.
Stop them. You cannot escape our...
I could hardly see a thing.
Or not.
Oh, hey. No, 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 no.
Get ready for the shadow.
My gun.
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Oh god. Margot, if I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself and let me know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, rather. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail, consult with Oyamide Okilo before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes. So, any exotic materials needed for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Elizabeth. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain her bots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional, they feel almost like, well, tributes is the word that comes to mind, as though she's already mourning their loss. Not just for the disappearing fauna at our time, but creatures from the fossil record too. References to megafauna in some of her designs, so cool. Well, whatever Gaia thinks up, Hephaestus will empower her to build it. I just wish we could still be around in a century or two to see what she makes. I guess.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Hades.
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
I accidentally cut off some dialogue. No! I'ma keep the gun with me, thank you. Never know when you're gonna need a big fucking gun. Aww.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside. More Eclipse.
Careful now.
It's cute that you think this is a challenge. I've got a big fucking gun. I can take him on. Once I get to him.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically,
We will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world, ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Fucking hell. Okay. And the winner is Encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I've performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, quantum, even that Eternity tech that FAS was shilling a year or so ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300-400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at minus 18 degrees C for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that it didn't factor in my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, instead propitious, that we'll be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life is the hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time. It's when you have to read a lot of things, some of which can be large words, quickly, that you realize how poor I am at English. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 400 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and the media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short on our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset, with attendant curricular development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating high levels of engagement with and trusting in the Aristotle and Aspasia personae. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining. Okay. Hey. How dare you? This is why you keep the big gun.
What should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is
God damn it.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Yeah.
Can't be too prepared.
Now I have a gun with full ammo. Although I'm not entirely sure how to get over there. No! I'm sorry, gun. I have to leave you.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Hades, Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol, the ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere you're growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocating. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the Void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore? Anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up lying. You know it. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle-dazz. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter Citra rum runoff than listen to Grey Swarm for 30 seconds. And to God and swear on my mama's grave, and she was religious. Nah, that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classical music. 80s and 90s mostly. Got me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore crying, some Swedish cannibal-themed stuff too. Stop by if you want to listen, or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no Bashcore, you'll see. Or hear, rather. In the screecher that rends the air. And feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceilings swelling you up like you was Jonah trapped in the gut of the gothic dead fish. Hallelujah! As for those requests to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal, might as well give up stimulants, chocolate malts, industrial accidental vids. Last I heard, we were supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without death metal to inspire me? Nah, I don't think so. Stay cool, Trav. Whew. Why did I start reading these? Tate here. Just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If that ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers. Sometimes her arms too, so that it couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done his business. They had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming systems and reverse operations, only have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky. I swear, ain't nothing Gaia would do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are pretty strong. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. I'll back to it tomorrow. Alligators. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo Archive submission, your 666th submission in just 5 days, and oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings of inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you on 2 accounts. One, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favourite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeals of experiencing not just one, but all 16 installments of Making a Millipede. Don't worry, the Pasolini material has already been preserved. Extreme perhaps, but art. For clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance, I know it when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you've spent preparing further submissions on, oh, I don't know, your assigned work? We have a world to save after all. Or the rest of us do, anyway. Oh, God.
Looks like the only way onwards.
You know you're talking too much when it gives you a toothache.
Are these...
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances. But, as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem, to say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
More reading! The ectogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I've spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. They're a revelation. Astonishing. I don't know what you had to give Far Zenith in trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risks of ECMO? Resolved. Nutrition delivery? Resolved. Hormonal stability? Resolved. 12 other risk areas? Resolved. Before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. But if the rest of FZ's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours, then get back to it. Expect a fabrication plan within 48 hours. Development of the artificial personae for Cradle Servitors, Nurturer, Disciplinarian, and Healer continues at a good pace. We are targeting Turing 0.4 for these constructs. This would allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of persona, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the Disciplinarian and Healer personae. I've also attached reports for an incident where a servitor running the mother personae intervened on a disciplinarian servitor's behaviour. A parental argument, if you will. Amusing on first glance perhaps, but deeply concerning. I've attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings. It's just Eleuthia 01 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province would detect it. Pingback from crucial systems is good for our maiden voyage at success. Regarding my disputes with the betas over zygote selection, of course I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans. But we can all agree there is margin for refinement in future cradle populations. Donk. In addition to personally overseeing completion of the Luthia O2 sites inside Mount Namalu, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week.
Facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. That was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Please don't be more reading. Can it be just let it be voiced. It's voiced. It's voiced. It's more than voiced.
To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Okay. So they created an AI, and then they created a way to kill the AI if need be.
Nuts would benefit from antelope morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. This is very good.
Okay, so they made an AI that cared.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Okay. All. Some terrible news, I'm afraid. Far Zenith has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. Please be voiced, whatever the next thing is. You're not. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it. If those words can still mean anything. I had my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas suspended in what-ifs. More than 14,000 went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We've started mapping out primary succession, selecting pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere, microorganisms and insects, rabbits and hawks, foxes and wolves, thousands more that will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them, so they can return to a world that, this time, will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There's already been too many too lates. We lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will be again, but not now. Not like this. Not on our watch.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Oh no.
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
I think they seen me. Wait.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
Owie. I'm back in Sunfall, aren't I?
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. It grew when High Priest Bahavas went missing, and when the true Sun King Itamen was snatched away. It not only grew, but multiplied. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Meant to eliminate High Priest Bahavas. Meant to snatch Itamen away. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings. A pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then cleanse Cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile.
That had a copy of the key on it, the alpha key.
So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
Am I gonna take his focus? It won't have the alpha key though. Wow, camera angle.
Karja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold! Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die. Let her be the first of thousands!
Do I have any weapons?
I'll never beat that thing without weapons. And my weapons are up on the platform. There's no way out of this ring. Maybe I could use its strength against it. Try luring the behemoth into the
Luring the behemoth into the Yes, yes, lure the behemoth into the That's how to do it. I also agree. Oh god, what the fuck? Polygons. Wrong armor set. Very much so, wrong armor set.
Hey, guess who got our weapons back? Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it! Those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with its lift attacks. That canister in its belly. Looks important.
It's not.
Freeze canister in its head. Power arrow should set it off.
Yeah, I don't really need parts.
Maybe those carcasses have parts I can use.
I lied. Can I get a save point? I feel like it's been a long time since we had. Like, I'm sure that this has already counted as an autosave, but
Guess who got our weapons back? Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it! That canister on its belly. Looks important. Maybe those carcasses have parts I can use.
come on.
Those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with its lift attacks.
I just want you to walk forward, dude. Never mind. It's basically all I wanted.
Silence! Shadows, kill her.
Why is Hades listening to Hellas?
Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
Silence! Ravagers too? Nice. We're free!
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little bit man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you're going. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy. It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the Sun Wing at high noon. I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corruptor to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans, though of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess. Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse, not that you knew the man who killed who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Karja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who. Yeah!
Later. Shadow Stalwart Light. This casual armor will make for a good disguise and steals its wearer against blinding effects. Highly customizable. Not gonna lie, I kinda dig it. Looks pretty good. However, that is going to be the end for now. Because it's getting late. That was fucking interesting though. This game is very, very good at developing lore. Albeit if part of that is because it just doesn't really tell you any of the important stuff for a very, very long time. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next one, which should be Friday. See you then. Later.